Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you for joining today. We wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balaram, Bhagavapat, Gaunita, Ishla Prabhupada, the assembled devotees, so that we continue with the review of the Devatas or the Devatis, Devis of this material world. And today we want to look at Durga Mata, very important personality. This is one of the most amazing paintings of her, 10 arms, and we have the lion as well, who is her carrier. Very powerful personality. She's very important in the functioning of this world. In the spiritual world, there are three potencies. There's the Samvit, which helps the residents of the spiritual world recognize their relationship with Krishna. Sandini ensures variegatedness in the spiritual world. So there's a lot of variety in the spiritual world. And then there's Hladini, which is Radharani, the internal potency of the Lord, giving the Lord ultimate pleasure. And Srimati Radharani is the Hladini. She's the source of all pleasure. Durga Mata is an expansion of this spiritual potency. The name Durga, therefore, refers also to that personality who is on the platform of Shuddha Tattva, pure goodness, pure transcendental goodness. This internal potency is understood to be Krishna's sister, known as Eka Namsha or Subhadra. So the pure Shuddha Tattva expansion of Srimati Radharani is known as Subhadra. This is the Durga who was worshipped by the gopis in Vrindavan. So, yeah, because the gopis, they would pray for Krishna to Katyayani, and that is actually none different from Subhadra. So, several acharyas have pointed out that ordinary people sometimes bewildered, thinking that the name Mahamaya and Durga refer exclusively to the external potency of the Lord. The entire creation has two divisions, spiritual and material. Yogamaya manages the spiritual world, and by her partial expansion as Mahamaya, she manages the material world. So there's two Mayas. One is Yogamaya, and Yogamaya is part of the spiritual creation or spiritual world. She puts the devotees under spiritual illusion so they can interact with Krishna. Otherwise, how can you interact with Krishna in a friendly way if you know he's God? Very difficult. Whereas Mahamaya keeps us under illusion in this material world, away from Krishna. Yogamaya is a personal potency of Lord Krishna's energy. Mahamaya originates or expands from Yoga Maya. So, what does Yoga Maya do? It makes the Lord forget himself. It makes us forget ourselves as well, but the Lord as well, makes it forget, so that he can have transcendental pastimes with us. Role of Mahamaya, Yoga Maya, to become an object of love for his pure devotees in different transcendental mellows. Yoga Maya potency creates a spiritual sentiment in the minds of the damsels of Braj, by which they think of Krishna as their paramour. Otherwise, how can you think of Krishna as your lover? He's the Supreme Lord. Yoga Maya makes that happen, facilitates that relationship to thrive and prosper. Any pastime conducted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is an arrangement by Yoga Maya, not Mahamaya. The Lord is not under Mahamaya. He allows himself to become under Yoga Maya. Permanent, not temporary exhibition of Krishna's Maya. She bestows on Lord Krishna's devotees pure devotion towards Lord Krishna. She is Vaishnavi Shakti of the Vaishnavas. She gives final liberation to those who want the liberation, and who gives happiness to those who want happiness. Ladini potency transforms into the personality of goddess Durga in this material world. Here, she has a responsibility of reforming those souls who have rebelled against the laws of spiritual land and have come to this mortal material world. So Durga Mata has a very important role, function in society, in material world. She keeps us in this world, away from the spiritual world, because we are not worthy to be in the spiritual world yet. The Maya, which drags a person from the Supreme Personality of God, is called Mahamaya. The Maya, which acts on the transcendental platform, is called Yoga Maya. So this is Mahamaya we're talking about. Mahamaya means the external potency of the Lord, which puts a conditioned soul like us into illusion. So we are thinking we are happy in this world, but happiness in this world is just not possible. This is Krishna's exhibition of Maya, but it is temporary. Yoga Maya is permanent, always there in the spiritual world. Mahamaya is only temporary. It's a perverted reflection of the real Maya. It is not possible for Mahamaya to control liberated souls or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This world, which we call wonderful and delighted to live in, is compared to a prison. Here, life is uncertain. Misery is inevitable. Relationship is temporary, and death is certain. As prisoners are given a uniform, similarly, we have been given a uniform of a body, human body, animal body, plant body. And as long as we have this body made of flesh, bones, mucus, blood, we are in this material world under the jurisdiction of Durga Maya, Mahamaya. On behalf of the Supreme Lord, she takes complete charge of this world. She acts under the direction of the Supreme Lord, just as the shadow follows the substance. So, very interesting. Shiva's female consort is known under various names: Uma, Sati, Parvati, Durga, Kali, and Shakti. The divine couple, Shiv Parvati, together with their sons, the six-headed Skanda, that's Kartikeya, and the elephant-headed Ganesh, they're inhabiting the Mount Kailash in the Himalayas, as well as Mahesh Dham on the border of the material world and the spiritual world. So they're both in Kailash and Mahesh Dham, two separate places. Shiva is the original male, material male, and Durga is the original female male, material female. Durga is an expansion of Yoga Maya and ultimately of Radharani. Durga is an eternal associate of the Lord in the spiritual world. She's known as Shubhadra. In this world, Durga is the wife of Lord Shiva. She's famous as the external illusory potency of the Lord, Maya. This is Durga, this is the Durga worshipped by the people of this mundane world. But the spiritual Durga is the eternal maidservant of Krishna and is therefore the transcendental reality. And the shadow is the Durga of this world. She functions in this world as her maidservant. So Ganesh, Durga, Vishvaksena, and other devas, they worship and serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his abode as Vaikuntha. The Ganesh, Durga, and other devas mentioned here are different from the Ganesh, Durga, and other devas present in the material world. So Durga Mata is also present in the spiritual world, her original form. She's also known as Subhadra. What does she look like? The form of Durga. She's the presiding deity of this world. She has 10 arms, representing the tenfold fruitive activities. She rides on the lion, sometimes a tiger, representing her heroic prowess. She tramples down Mahishashura, one of the main reasons why she came, representing this, one of her main pastimes, so representing the subduer of vices. She's the mother of 2 sons, Kartikeya and Ganesh, representing beauty. Kartikeya is very beautiful, and Ganesh is very successful. She's placed between Lakshmi and Saraswati, representing mundane opulence and mundane knowledge. She's armed with 20 weapons, representing the various pious activities enjoined by the Vedas for suppression of vices. She holds a snake, representing the beauty of destructive time. She's worshipped for wealth. People in general worship goddess Durga, the wife of Lord Shiva, for material prosperity. However, the boons received from this Durga in the shape of wealth, property, good health, 5 sons, etc., should be understood as the deluding kindness of Durga. Yes, sir, Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji and all the devotees, just normal question. I think, did you mention she carries a snake?
She carries a snake.
Did you say that, or is it me wrong?
Yeah, not she doesn't carry a snake. That's Shiva. Shiva's got snake.
But you said something about.
What does she carry? She carries 20 weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, she holds a snake. Sorry, yeah. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
She holds a snake representing the beauty of destructive time. Yes, of course.
So she also holds one snake.
Yeah. And that snake is when we gossip. That's this snake. When we gossip, we talk, we're like the frog, and the snake of time comes and swallows the frog, us. So that's why it's not good to gossip. Because
that's right, yeah.
We're wasting time. And the snake of time comes and swallows us. Yeah. Thank you for spotting that. Thank you for spotting.
Yeah, that's why I thought, I don't know why you said snake. Anyway, thank you, because God Shiva is holding snake in his hand.
He is, but it looks like she is as well. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but now you are telling me she also holds it. Anyway, carry on. Thank you.
Thank you. Durga's service is to keep the conditioned souls within this material world, as she is the prison gate housekeeper. And this is a wonderful verse from the Brahma Samhita, which we will come across, in the future. Shristi stiti pralaya sadhana shakti rekha cha eva yasya bhuvanani vibharti durga icha nurupam apiyasya chachestate sa govindamani purushan tamaham bhajami. The external potency, Maya, who is of the nature of the shadow of the Chit potency, is worshipped by all people as Durga. So this is the external potency, the creating, preserving, and destroying agency of this mundane world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, in accordance with whose will Durga conducts herself. So Durga Mata here, in this material world, is not independent of the Supreme Lord. She works under his direction. However, when souls again remember Govinda by coming in contact with the self-realized souls, Durga herself becomes the agency of their deliverance by the will of Govinda. So Durga will help us if we become devotees. She will help us to regain our original position. The word Durg means fortress, something difficult to defeat or pass. Durga is derived from the roots dur, difficult, gam, pass, go through. Other meanings include one who cannot be accessed easily and the undefeatable goddess. One famous slok states the definition and origin of the term Durga. Durge Durgati na shani. Meaning Durga is the one who destroys all distress or one who eliminates suffering. Interesting. Because normally we look at Durga as increasing our Maya. But here, the meaning is she destroys all distress and eliminates suffering. There are many names for Durga in Shaktiism. Shaktiism is the following of Durga Mata. They follow her, worship her. And the Nav Durga, known as Shailaputri, Brahmacharini, Chandragantha, Kushmanda, Skandamata, Katyayini, Kalratri, Mahagauri, and Siddhidatri. These are the 9 names of Durga. A list of 108 names of the goddess is recited in order to worship her and is popularly known as the Astotarashab Namavali of Durga, goddess Durga. Durga is associated with protection, strength, motherhood, destruction, and wars. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, Devi is a powerful warrior and much worshipped form of goddess Durga, or simply Adishakti. Her legend centers around combating evil and demoniac forces that threaten peace, prosperity, and Dharma, the power of good over evil. Durga unleashes her divine wrath against the wicked for the liberation of the oppressed. It entails destruction to empower creation. She's seen as motherly figure, depicted as a beautiful woman. An illusion created by Mahamaya, she is the stage developer behind the false enjoyment of a living being and his miseries due to his sense gratification. But this aspect is not seen in Yogamaya. So Yogamaya and Mahamaya are completely different. Yogamaya is based in the spiritual world. She enhances Krishna's pastimes with his devotees. Mahamaya keeps us in this world away from Krishna because we are not yet ready to be with Krishna. When a devotee, while practicing devotion to Lord Krishna, initially is disturbed by Mahamaya, unless all his desires of sense gratification are not burned away, Krishna himself instructs Yogamaya to seek Mahamaya to remove her illusory energy from the devotees so that there are no further obstacles in his or her path. So if we're doing bhakti, Krishna will send Yogamaya to instruct Mahamaya. Please leave this devotee alone. In the spiritual world, Yogamaya covers the pure liberated souls with her power in the Leela, with her power of illusion, such that they are unaware of Krishna's real nature and thus relate to him not as God, but rather as his friend, lover, or child, and so on. If Yogamaya will not extend her illusion in this way, the souls would realize Krishna's real nature and be incapable of interacting with him. So Yogamaya helps the devotee interact with Krishna. Otherwise, how can they act in an intimate way? Yogamaya's illusionary energy is highly desirable and positive one, obtained by highest yogis and perfect devotees. So we want Yogamaya's illusion to help us have pastimes with the Supreme Lord. So one of her big pastimes in this world is the slaying of Mahishasura. One of the most popular pastimes associated with the goddess is of her killing of Mahishasura. He was a half buffalo demon who had done severe penance in order to please Brahma, the creator. After several years, Brahma, pleased with his devotion, appeared before him. The demon opened his eyes and asked the god for immortality. Brahma refused, stating Everyone must die one day. So Mahishasura then thought for a while and asked for a boon that only a woman would be able to kill him, because he thought a woman will never be powerful enough to kill him. Brahma granted the boon and disappeared. Mahishasura started to torture innocent people. He captured heaven and was not in any kind of fear, as he thought women to be powerless and weak. The Devas were worried and they went to Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. They all together combined their power and created a warrior woman with many arms. That's Durga Mata. The Devas gave her a copy of their weapons. Himavan, the Lord of Himalayas, gifted a lion as her mount. Durga on her lion reached before Mahishura palace, who had taken different forms and attacked the goddess. Each time Durga would destroy his forms. At last, Durga slayed Mahishura when he was transformed as a buffalo. Durga is a major goddess in Hinduism and is the inspiration of Durga Puja, a huge annual festival, particularly in the eastern and northern states of India, Bharat. One of the devotees of her form as Kali was Ramakrishna, who was a guru of Swami Vivekananda. He's the founder of Ramakrishna Mission. So he had great faith in Durga. Durga is a mother goddess, is the inspiration behind the song Vande Mataram, written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee during Indian independence movement. And it later became the official national song of India. Durga is present in Indian nationalism, where Bharat Mata, Mother India, is viewed as a form of Durga. This is completely in line with ancient ideology of Durga as mother and protector of Bharatiya culture. She is present also in pop culture and blockbuster Bollywood movies like Jai Santoshima. The Indian army uses phrases like Durga Mata ki Jai, Kali Mata ki Jai. Any woman who takes up a cause to fight for goodness and justice is said to have the spirit of Durga in her. The most awaited time of the year in West Bengal is none other than the month of Durgosthav. This is Durga Puja festival, and it's the largest festival of the Bengalis as well as Western Bengal. Western Bengal is the place of Durga Puja festival. Later, this festival spread across eastern Indian states like Assam, Odisha, Bihar, from the West Bengal. And it's performed like this. As per Markandeya Puran, Durga Puja can be performed either for 9 days, 4 days, in the last 4 days. The 4-day-long Durga Puja is a major annual festival in Bengal, Orissa, Assam, Jharkhand, and Bihar. It is scheduled per the lunar solar calendar in the month of Ashwina. Typically falls in September or October. Since it is celebrated during Shraddha, it is called Sharadya Durga Puja or Akal Bodhan, to differentiate it from the one celebrated originally in spring. The festival is celebrated by communities by making special colorful images of Durga out of clay, recitations of Devi Mahatmya text, prayers for 9 days, after which it is taken out in procession with the singing and dancing and immersed in water. This is the importance of deities. If you have a deity, you have to worship. If you don't have a deity, you can be lazy. So they worship for 9 days and then put her in water, submerge her. The Durga Puja is an occasion of major private and public festivities in the eastern and northeastern states of Bharat. The day of Durga's victory is celebrated as Vijay Dashami, Bijoyu in Bengali, or Dasera in Hindi. These words literally mean the victory on the 10th day. Interesting. How to please Durga Mata during Durga Puja. So there was a devotee called Chandidas, was a devoted worshipper of goddess Durga. His brother was a pure Vaishnav who would worship Shaligram. Chandidas was rich. His brother was poor. This is the general what happens to the devotees when they worship Lakshmi Narayan. They become a little poor. But they worship Shiv Parvati and they become very rich. Chandidas had a big and beautiful garden. He used to offer flowers from the garden to Durgadevi. His brother too desired to offer these flowers, beautiful flowers, to his Shaligram. Once he mentally offered a beautiful and colorful flower of the garden to his Shaligram. It so happened that on that day, Chandidas offered the same flower to goddess Durga. As soon as the flower was offered, Devi Durga appeared in front of Chandidas. I am extremely pleased with you, Chandidas. What benediction do you want? Chandidas was surprised. I worship you daily, but why are you so pleased with me today? It is because you have offered me the flower which has been offered to Shaligram, i.e. Lord's Mahaprasad. By seeing that Prasad flower, I became pleased, so I appeared before you. So she's very easily pleased. Chandidas immediately inquired, is it that you get pleased when one worships the Supreme Lord? Goddess Durga, in a compassionate voice, said, yes, the Supreme Lord is the cause. Yes, the Supreme Lord is the cause of all causes, and he is the original source of all creation. I get extremely pleased when anybody worships the Supreme Lord Krishna. So if you want to please me, worship the Supreme Lord Krishna. Chandidas understood the ultimate truth, and he became a great devotee of Krishna. So he was a devotee of Durga. Now he's become a devotee of Krishna, and thus pleased goddess Durga, the consort of Lord Shiva. Chandidas later composed many songs in which he describes the transcendental feelings of separation of Radha and Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would love to hear the composition of Chandidas. Okay. Durga tests our dedication to the Supreme Lord. She checks if our heart has been thoroughly purified of all material desires such as lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, false ego. When she finds our heart has developed deep love for Krishna, she immediately releases us from this prison house. Thus, as soon as one starts practicing loving devotional service to Krishna, Goddess Durga is delighted. She immediately withdraws her trident and showers her love. She doesn't want to imprison us in this world forever. But those who are imprisoned, she wants to release them as soon as possible. So it is explained that in Kali Yuga, in the age of Kali Yuga, the Supreme Lord incarnates with all his powers and all his opulences in the sound vibration of the holy name. Kali Kala, Kali Kale, Nam Rupe, Krishna Avatar. So the best way to practice bhakti is by chanting the holy names of Krishna, like the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We should chant this mantra with love, with devotion and determination. Goddess Durga, the guardian of this world, will assess our dedication and our intention regularly. She even tested Haridas Thakur's devotion to Krishna. And Haridas passed the test with flying colors because he used to be completely absorbed in chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. In fact, he had taken a vow to chant the mantra 3 lakh times a day. So that is a lot of chanting. That's 64 times 3. Huge. If we too want to please Mother Durga, then we have to become serious in our devotion to Krishna. Durga Puja is not about playing movie songs and dancing on these songs. It is not about eating delicious foods or having fun. Best way to celebrate Durga Puja is to understand who Goddess Durga is, how she can be pleased. Best way to please her is to follow the footsteps of Chandidas. So this is Durga Mata, very interesting personality. She can serve us or she can bind us in this world. Any questions, any comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry, it's me always.
No, that's okay.
Who was Chandidas?
He was a devotee of Shiva, or Shakti, Maya. He was a devotee of Durga Maya, Durga Mata.
Oh,
and
right.
he changed because what happened, his brother was a devotee of Shaligram. So one day he did arti to Shaligram with a flower. And that same flower was offered to Mother Durga. And Mother Durga became so happy. She appeared before Chandidas. And she said to Chandidas, I'm so pleased with you because you offered me this flower that was offered to Shaligram.
Shaligram.
It is now Prasad.
Now it's Prasad. All right. And one more question. I have, because Durga Puja, you said we do 9 days, and there are 4 Navratris come in 1 year. 2 are not well, and 2 are quite known. Which one comes in August? Is it right? No, August.
April.
October, something like that.
There's one October, there's one April.
Oh yeah, 1 October, 1 April, yeah.
Yeah.
So the October one, did you say we put the Durga in the water? I've never heard I've never heard here.
In Bengal, they make Durga from clay.
Yeah.
And they worship for 9 days. And then they put it in the ocean. Like Ganesh.
Yeah.
Same with Ganesh.
But not everywhere, is it?
West Bengal.
Just West Bengal. Mainly West Bengal.
Main Bengal. And everywhere is not, they do the puja, but they won't put it in the water. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very nice session today. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so wanted to stop there. Durga Mata ki jai. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai.